We're live. Looks like Blue Shirt Buddha, aka Bruce, is already here. Let's see. Yeah, so I decided to do the State of the Collection live because, quite frankly, I'm running out of time. I've been cranking out videos in preparation of a little vacation for myself, and so I can still post one or more videos a day. Hey, Jerry. I may have to. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do this. Rock the Watch is here. Hey, I was just watching your video. I had to stop it. I had to pause it, but he just reviewed a G-Shock. What was that? The 700 or something like that. Go check out Rock the Watch new G-Shock video. Yeah, isn't that what it was? A 700. I just had a plan. Let's see. Yeah, the GA 700 UC. Yep, something like that. Now, I started watching that one. I had watched the Town Watch had just posted a Pro Trek deal on Amazon Prime, which I already picked up. Hopefully, I'm going to get that Pro Trek first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll probably do an unboxing. Hopefully, take that one on vacation with me too. Dane is here. Awesome. It's always nice to have some admins, some mods, some troll killers. Dane is usually quick on the hammer. Let's see. Beans and Bezels here. Been cranking out good content. William's here. I'm going to wait till we get a few people at least going before I start throwing watches out. I mean, I have one pile that kind of doesn't really matter, and I'm going to probably remove them from the initial pile just because they're just very cheap Casios, but piles. Yeah, I can start. Billy Bob's here. Tennessee Mike, Craig. This is going to be good. It's probably not going to be as good as you think. I mean, I obviously have world timers, right? So let's just get a few of the cheap world timers out here, out of the way. I got some other Casios. This was just given to me not too long ago. Dump the Casios. I'm gonna do a Casio pile here. Another world timer. These are bone stock. Well, no, the one on the right has the lettering deleted. So, and I just, I either buy them or they're given to me or someone sends them to me and I forget to do anything with them, so I just keep them. I don't know. So, with the world timers, I can't seem to let any of those go. For one, they're not really worth anything, right? And two, I like to, I want to do the color panel mods. I have a ton more of this material, and I fully anticipate playing with these. When I get bored, I like to fiddle with them, and I'm going to do that. So like I have, this one. I have the bracelet for it somewhere, but I have that one. Obviously, I have this is like my main one that I've done. This is my favorite color combo. And then I have the EA Leather Goods custom-made leather strap for it. This is like the one I probably wear more so than the others. Let's see. Is there more? I think there's more. Here's another inexpensive Casio that was gifted to me on the channel. These are cool. I had a different colorway on one of those. I think that's the model that actually cut in half with a plasma cutter if you go back in the archives. All right, let me scroll back here. Dane's saying he doesn't have the tracking for his new Zelos yet. Alias is asking, do I have the tutorial for the color mod? I've done them. I don't know if I did it on camera, but I definitely did a video on the color mods, and I linked, if nothing else, I linked in the video where I learned how to do the color mods. But I could do a color mod on camera. It's actually not too difficult to do. William, am I ready to pick up the yellow retrospect back? Yes, William, actually email me. I will actually take that back from you. If you're ready to let that go, the one of one, I will take that back. That's one of the ones that I actually kind of regret selling. So yeah, William, email me and we can make that happen if you're ready to, maybe we can just keep selling it back and forth to each other and reducing the price, of course, reducing the price the Flipper for Life way until we get down to the $1 point. Let's see. I also have a data bank. This one's actually really cool to wear. This is probably, in my opinion, the most comfortable data bank out there. And really cool looking. I was very tempted early on to, hold on, what was that? Billy Bob, what are you talking about? We need to do the John Mayer Casio World Timer mod. What is that? We'll talk after the live. I don't know what you mean by that, but yeah, I'll do that. I'm definitely game for that. They made some really cool models of this one where they had like alternating keys, so it was like a checkered pattern. And I think the pattern that was like translucent looking glows in the dark. So there are some really cool. They're collectible. They're like a couple $100 for one of these. Or that's why I don't have one. So that's my cheap Casio pile. Basically, 3, 4, or 5 world timers, I guess. I have another one, but I'll talk about that at the end. There's 12 other watches I have. So here's my world timers, and then here's a Casio chronograph, which is actually pretty cool. And then the cheap Casio analog and the white dial. Somebody gave me this. This is awesome. Very, very cool watch. And then of course my data bank. All right, now I'm gonna get these out of the way. I think we have, close to 100 people watching. I think it's safe to say that we can let's just do a Casio pile over here. And I know people are going to ask about the pile later, but that's just the Casio pile, okay? We're good with that. All right. Whew. We're only 6 minutes in. We got to slow down. I don't have that many watches. Robert's checking in from Chicago. Just picked up the last Casio A700. I'll have to look at that one. Pete from Chillin' with Watches here. Amin was at Walmart today and was surprised how many under $30 watches they had that looked. Oh, shoot. Amin, that reminds me. Hold on a second. I have 3 other Casio pile watches. I forgot about these. So I have another world timer. And this is in this case. I haven't dropped the video on these yet. And then I have this guy, which I don't know what we're calling this. It's kind of like a Casio steel G-Shock homage cheap version. And then another world timer. I forgot about those. So three more Casios to the Casio pile. That's a good looking pile. That works. Whew. Let's see. Cowboy Swami is asking. Oh yeah, Dane. Back up a question. Dane says his local Walmart cleared out all their watches and gave up. Yeah, my Walmart did that initially, and I missed out on it. I mean, they did G-Shocks and everything, like just gave them away, and it was to get rid of their jewelry counter, and then they restructured and basically put them just on these spinny cabinet things. Cowboy Swami saying, "Hey, Random Rob, do you like Circa Commando?" I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Quentin's checking in from Cincy. The case, Craig's saying the case finish wears off the world timers when you try to get the text. I like the text. I'm not going to remove the text. All I like to do is add the color panels and maybe mess around with a different strap option or something. Let's see. How many? Okay, good question. Thumbs for Fingers is asking, how many watches do I have? I straight up have no idea. If you want to keep count, I don't know if you were able to count those, or if you can even really count those. I don't know how many watches I have. I guarantee you it's less than you think I have, but it's more than I think I have. Other than that, I actually don't know the number. But I do know early 2021, I'm going to do a full-on purge and I'm going to reevaluate. Yeah, watch weight. I agree. That's the perfect amount. It's less than what you think, more than what I think. That's the proper amount. That's the correct collection size. For one, this Casio pile, I mean, if I were to list them all as one, I mean, what is that really worth? They're just not worth selling. Are they worth buying, I guess, is the real question. Well, I lean towards yes, because I just like them. I don't know. And then I kind of lean that way on the G-Shocks as well. So we'll get into the G-Shocks in a moment. I think we have a few people in here. Well, AZ Clayton, you know, I say purge, but my version of a purge probably isn't going to be a full-on purge because like the Time Flipper just said, G-Shocks don't count. I am not willing to sell my G-Shocks, and quite frankly, I'm probably going to add a lot more G-Shock depending on how everything's panning out. But what I will do is I'll probably focus a little bit more. You know, when I look around at the watches I have and I think purge, but it's probably not going to be so much of a purge. It's going to be more of a it's probably going to be more of a I'm going to buy more watches. In my mind, I think I'm going to sell watches, but I'm not actually going to sell them. So really what I'm going to do is probably just buy more watches. But I'm going to buy watches that I really, really want, and then some Casios and some G-Shocks. So that's what's going to happen. All right, let's see. Stuart's checking in. All right, let's see. I have to put a watch on. Purge equals hide, yes. And I do really good at that too, because I have added more boxes, and I'm gonna change up some things and put them on display so they don't really feel like they're part of the collection. They're more of just the watch room ambiance. So I'm going to wear this one. I will put this on the table later, but I've been wearing this one the last couple of days. So just so you know what I'm wearing. I took it off because I was going to just, you know, throw it in the mix, but I feel weird not having a watch on. So, all right, let's get into, what should we do? Let's do miscellaneous. Because I feel like I can do the miscellaneous and then I can pile the G-Shocks on top and then I can do my main box. Maybe we'll do that. So let's do miscellaneous, and we'll start off with, this is a new watch from Nezumi. I don't think I've dropped the video yet. I have like, I've been cranking videos out, guys, in preparation for taking a little break. So I think I have about 19 or 20 videos banked. This might be one of them. So some of these watches you might see, and I maybe haven't done a video on, or I haven't posted the video yet. But so this is a Nezumi automatic diver. Typically, this brand has only done the chronograph with the mecha quartz in them. So, and they have the lyre lugs, and it's a nice 40 by like 47 or something like that. So I have this watch. They gifted it to me, obviously, or gave it to me for review or whatever you want to call it. But I do have this one in. So there is a Nezumi diver. You know, this is the type of stuff that I typically will send out on a watch tour in my Discord group. So I really don't feel like I own these, even though I currently have them right now. But some of these ones I'm going to show you right now, they are very temporary in the collection. Basically, I have them, I do the video, I send them out on tour, and then I sell them, basically is what happens. So I have the Nezumi. I have a Yama LED. I think I know I dropped the video on this. So the gold version, they gave me this watch. They asked me if I wanted the silver or the gold. Obviously, I want the gold. The gold is hot. That's the way to go. So I have that guy. So Rock the Watch is asking a question to Dane. Let's see, where am I at? Let's keep going with some weird watches. So I have a Spinnaker chronograph. I really like the complex of color here, basically a tricolor. I have, well, we'll talk about that later, but this one just came back. This was a tour watch. Had mixed feelings on the tour. I think there were some people that liked it, and then there was quite a few people that liked it but wouldn't buy it, sort of thing. But nevertheless, I have it, and I'm sure I won't have it forever. Let's see. So these two have not went on tour. This one did go on tour. This one actually went on a little tour as well. This is a DIY watch. So you build this watch. It comes kind of assembled, but you have to do like the final assembly. You actually have to put the dial and the hands on the movement and do the crown and everything like that. It's kind of a fun kit, and it has a comes with a nice elastic strap. It has a display case back. This one has the Miyota movement. You can get the NH movement. This is kind of a fun kit. The bezel action is really nice. All the materials are actually really nice, and I think some of the newer ones, you might even be able to go sapphire. This one does not have sapphire, but these are kind of fun if you've never modded. They give you the tools and the components to do it in a kind of easier way. I mean, you still have to do the handset, and that's kind of a pain. And then you have to put the movement in the case and everything. But it's kind of a cool watch. I built it, and then I sent it out on tour. A lot of other people enjoyed it. They were actually not that expensive either. So I have thought about maybe just keeping this one around just in case I have to do, not have to, in case I do a video with like different straps, being that it's a 20 millimeter in a normal size diver, and it's kind of a little more vanilla looking, that I can just show off the strap sort of thing. But I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. Oh, dang. Mr. Duffy says, I'm so bummed out. I had to use my Rolex fund to pay for my new heater, his new furnace. Well, here's the thing. Aren't you glad? So either way, you were saving, so you had the money there, right? So there's pros and cons to that. Like, you're bummed out, but thank goodness you had it in order to keep the heat on at your house, right? So you can re-up that program and start over again. So, and then the same token, how bummed out would you have been if you would have actually had enough money, bought the Rolex, and then the furnace crapped out? Then you would have been like even more bummed out because you would have probably had to sell the Rolex to buy your furnace. That would have been even worse. This case, all you got to do is re-up. So we'll just consider it a re-up. Now you got your, you're going to start over 2021, new focus, and now you don't have to worry about that furnace anymore. You're good to go on that. So always turn those negatives into positives, man. All right, I have another one over here. I have not done the video on this one yet, but it will make a guest appearance in a video as soon as I post it later. This actually has the Seagull mechanical wind movement in it. Unfortunately, they didn't do a display case back, but maybe in the video I'll pop the case back off so we can look at it, because they're usually pretty cool. I'm surprised they didn't do a display case back. This is from a company called Goodspeed. I think it's a great looking watch. I know some people might give crap for the Pepsi red and blue for a tachometer bezel, but I think it just looks good, and it is an actual mechanical wind, and it has the Seagull movement in it. So this will end up on tour eventually in my Discord group. I think it's a great looking watch. Oh, you know what? I have another Casio. Sorry, I have another gold calculator watch for the Casio pile. I forgot about that one. I think I'm fairly certain I have all the watches here. That's not true. I know I'm missing watches, but we'll talk about that at the end. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, Watchwood, I agree. The Seagull movement should have a display case back. Clayton from the Watchdog podcast says he may try to put the podcast on YouTube in the new year. That would be kind of cool. If you have any questions with that, Clayton, I would be more than happy to help you or figure out a way to do something with that. Like, I'm 100% on board with that. We'll get you going on that. Let's see. I have an Islander watch, full lume dial. This is kind of the samurai case. I don't know all his numbers. Even Mark probably loses track of them, but I would prefer the SKX case, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I did tour it, but I don't think this one's going to stick around crazy long. If I'm going to have an Islander, I think I'm going to have a different model. But I do kind of want to have an Islander in the collection. We'll see how that goes. But probably not that one. But that was a gift from Mark. So a little torn, you know, but it's still cool. So it's awesome. All right, let's do a couple of Borealis. Now these ones I was reluctant to actually add into the video because these were both prototypes, and I did tour both these, and they recently come back to me. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Carlos about what he wants me to do with these. A lot of times he ends up giving me the prototypes just because he's kind of done with that run and he's moving on to another one. So I'm not 100% sure if these are going to be in the collection or not, but I figured what the heck, I'll just add them in here because they are here. And if history tells me anything, Carlos usually just says, keep them, whatever. So we'll see what he says. All right, let's do, I have another micro brand. This one I actually bought with my own money. This is the Zelos Swordfish Titanium with the titanium Damascus bezel insert in lieu of not being able to afford at the time. The full-on Damascus one, which I did just video, the yellow or gold colored one and the blue one sent in by Jiro and Dirk, excuse me. And then, of course, I've done a video on this one. But I bought this one with my own money. This was $500, and I'm very happy that I bought it and I have it. So awesome watch, and hopefully it'll stick around. We'll see. When I do a reset, when I do a purge, it's nothing's sacred. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. You guys understand that. I think if you're a flipper, you understand. Yeah, the Zelos is sweet. So for sure. Another sweet watch, which I did drop the video on, is the Swiss watch company Bunker. Now, again, they did give me this watch, which is awesome. I'm very, very, very lucky and fortunate to have a channel where these micro brands or companies will either give me discounts or give me a watch or whatever like that. I mean, I'm blessed, right? So, and I don't keep all of them, but this one's sticking around, man. This made in my top 5 of my 2020 picks, which I'll drop that video towards the end of the year. But this is an awesome, awesome watch. And I know a lot of you guys already probably picked one of those up. That's a killer watch. All right, where are we at here? Oh, Craig, the Bunker sold out. You know, I forgot to look. I meant to look today, and I forgot to look. So that's cool if they sold out. Let's see. William Rizzo says, I had the titanium swordfish in my shopping cart and my damn credit card. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, I can probably send you that one if you want to check it out. Let me know. Hit me up in the Discord or whatever. Hey, Floridian's here. The Chicago Floridian. Yep. All right. This here is an Orient Star and then a bunch of numbers. I forget the number. But this was one watch that was sent in to the channel, and it was supposed to be, hey, John. John's asking, anyone know when the SWC bunkers are shipping? So they have them in stock. They're shipping them right now. And I was told that if you lived on the west side of the United States, West Coast, that you stand a chance to maybe even get your bunker before Christmas, maybe. Now, if you're anywhere else in the United States, it's going to be after. But they have them in stock, and as you place the order, they're going to ship them. So you should get shipping notification very soon. Although we're only a couple days away. That'll be interesting if they can make some of those happen before Christmas. I wouldn't fully count on that. But so this one here, well, it's right in between the date change. Let me roll past that. So this one here was sent in. I forget who sent it in, but this thing, I don't know. It connected with me so quickly because it looked and reminded me so much of the Omega Aquaterra. The Orient Star did really good AR coating on the top and bottom of this crystal. The crystal like disappears, and then the black polished handset and indices against that white dial is just so good looking, and a decent bracelet and everything. So I ended up picking this up off the person that sent it in, and I'm still kind of torn because I haven't really worn it much. But man, when you put this on wrist, this is such a good watch. Let's put it over there. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the bunkers are shipping. So yeah, and Tennessee Mike says they are working on a bracelet. The bracelet's not going to be cheap, guys, but it's probably going to be worth it. I'm going to pick one up for sure. Lev is asking, hello, Rob, what Phobos model would you recommend? I'd have to look at them again, but I remember the last video I did of that brand. I was actually shocked at how good it was. I don't remember what that was, but if you go on my channel and look up that brand, and it should be the last one I videoed, that one right there kind of impressed me. Daniel's asking, is the caliber in the Orient White as good as the 6R in this? I can tell you this thing performed very good on my time grapher, where a lot of times the Seikos don't. I don't know if Orient has the same problem or not, but this thing is running really good. Mike, it might have been the Wave Master that I actually had on here. Do you still have the Citizen Fogo radioactive? I don't think so. But speaking of Citizen, I do have, this is the only Citizen I have right now, and that's going to change. In 2021, I am going to add another Citizen, at least one more, if not more, because I love the Citizen watches. And it's one of the few brands that I actually gravitate towards some of the older stuff. Like this is an older one, the Hyper Aqualand. I really like this watch, but there's a story to this watch as well. So I do have my Citizen Hyper Aqualand, and we'll see. There are some really cool Citizen watches out right now, so I'll be maybe doing that soon. Oh, Stuart, that's right. You sent me 2 watches, and that Orient was one of them. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thanks, Stuart. CFC, hey, Rob, still focused on getting that Breitling? Yes. So that is still part of the plan, and part of doing the state of the collection is me reevaluating what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do, and a lot of these things are going to get flipped, and the budget will get allocated 100% for the white dial Breitling Super Ocean 42. That is still my plan, and it's been my plan for like a week now. So, and if you're a flipper like me, if you're still focused on a watch for a week and you're still consuming information on it, there's a pretty solid chance it's going to happen. All right, next up, this just came back today, and I should have done the unboxing on it because there's a little bit of a backstory with it. I did send this out on not really a tour, kind of a mini tour. I did send it to Dane, and then I don't know if there was a third person. It went to Dane, and then it went over to Chris. Oh yeah, it went to Dane, and then it went to Chris so Dane at Celine Driver, and then it went to Chris at the Watch Lounge, and then it went to Kevin at the Wrong Time Watch. Right. Okay. So, and I got this back, and the whole time I'm waiting on this, right? Kevin shipped this to me. I shipped him some watches, and he shipped me some watches. And Kevin and I both live in Michigan, about 4 hours drive away from each other. And he shipped this on November 29th or 30th, something like that, right? This just arrived to me today. So almost a month later via USPS, it arrived. Quite frankly, 2 weeks ago, I pretty much wrote it off. I'm like, that's gone. My surfboard watch is gone. So, and now that it showed up today, I'm looking at it, and I love the cream dial with the blue and the orange. I don't think I can sell this. I need to at least wear it and enjoy it a little bit. It's such a good, striking looking watch. And I would like to maybe do a different strap, but I don't know if it would look as good without that bold orange strap. So I'm not 100% sure what to do with that watch yet. But really, it's not that much money either. So, and that's, unfortunately, you can get caught up into that trap. Well, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. Before you know it, you have these pile of like a few thousands of dollars worth of, well, it's not that much money. So it's an interesting trap to get caught up in. Nefarian's asking, who makes the Tropic strap on well, it came with the watch. So I don't know who they contracted to do it, but it actually says Belova on it. So, and then it has, I'm not a big fan of the butterfly clasp. I struggle putting that on, honestly. So if I could maybe ditch that and just put a regular strap on there, but I don't know if I can do that. I'll play around with it. Hey, if I sneeze, I'm going to try to block the noise. Oh. I've been like getting the sneezes lately. I just had the sensation of almost sneezing right there, and it passed. But so I'll turn away. I'll do my best, but it's probably not COVID. But holy crap, yeah, the sneeze urge has been strong. Oh, I'm not sick. It's allergies, right? Dane said the strap is off. It looks great, but it kind of sucks to wear. Don't get us sick. Billy Bob, I'm going to send you a package just full of used Kleenex. I know that's gross. That's too far. But it's on your way. All right, so. Yeah, I'm allergic to bad straps. All right, so this one here, this one just kind of came together. Warrior of Light, how are you doing? A review on the Khaki King. I already did it. I've actually already done that video and shipped it over to Bruce. He probably already has it and already did the video on it. Like I said, I have like 20 videos banked right now, so I'm trying to, well, I have to wait because I'm not going to post more than like 1 or 2 videos a day. So it'll pop up soon. So this is the Namoki's Titanium SKX case that I ordered when they first launched them. I had noticed that Namoki's dropped that, and I was like, instantly, I have to have that titanium case. I love titanium cases, and they are hopefully gonna work on a titanium case back, because as soon as they add that, I'll get that. And I know some people are not going to be a fan of this green with the orange, but guess what? I don't care. I love it. It's my watch. Deal with it. So, and then my buddy Jack sent me, well, he sent me 2 watches. He sent me his son's watch, which I modded. I think I'm done with that. I'm just double checking, but he gifted me the SKX 011, which I don't remember. At one time, Billy Bob actually had this watch, and I don't remember if he got it through me. He might have even picked it up through me, and then it went to Billy Bob, and then it went to Jack, and then back to me. It's funny how you get in this flipper circle, and sometimes it's pretty crazy. But I knew I wanted this watch again because the SKX 011 was the first automatic diver from Seiko that I bought. So I have like a bit of a romance or a connection with it, right? So, and I knew I wanted the watch, and I was wearing the watch, and then a little light bulb went off above my head when the Namoki's case came in. I was like, I love titanium. I love the SKX 011. I just need to swap the stock components over. So this is a bone stock SKX 011, even with the hard locks, everything swapped over to the Namoki's titanium case. That's all it is. And I am 100% happy with that. I'm leaving that alone, and I'm going to wear it just like that. Zodiac's asking where this green strap came from. This is a Seiko strap. This came from a Solar Tuna. I can't not remember the number. I don't know if it's like an SNE 541 or something weird like that. I was going to buy the whole watch just to get the strap, but then somebody pointed it out to me that the strap was available on eBay on its own. I think I paid like $30 for the strap. All right. So that's my miscellaneous pile. So I have my Casio pile. I have my miscellaneous pile. And now I'm going to do my Resin G-Shocks. And then I'll move on to my main box. All right? We're like 33 minutes in. Release the hounds. Yes. Release the hounds indeed. Let's start off with a watch that's probably going to get some hate. And honestly, I don't really care for it either. I like the model. I like GA 2100s now, and I didn't when they first came out. I like them now because they're more legible. These newer models are more legible. This one I picked up because they're a little tricky to get, and it was just for a video I did because, what is it? Casey Neistat wears one or whatever. So I picked it up. It's pretty funky. Is what it is. Whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I probably won't keep it. I don't wear it. I wore it once. It's just not me. I have another. So here's the gray GA 2100. This and the blue with the gray bezel. I bought both of them. Jerry has the blue one, so I'll get that one back at some point. Did I write that one down? I didn't write that one down. Excuse me one second, guys. Yep, I just took a Kleenex break on the live stream. Sorry about that. So, this is a better looking, more legible GA 2100, and I like this watch. I like the blue one. I sent the blue one over to Jerry. He's attempting, I don't know if he was going to be able to do it or not. I think he was kind of struggling with it. He was attempting to put the, yeah, Daniel, I do some things. I just haven't done them. I've been busy. He was going to attempt to do a 3D printed loomed ring on the inside there. That's kind of where this watch is lacking, is it doesn't have any lume. They have all that real estate right there. Those should be white and they should be loomed, right? And they just kind of failed on that point. So there's definitely room for improvement on the 2100, or call it whatever you want to call it. This is actually a 2110, they call it, I think. The GA2110. So I have the silly looking one, I have the gray one, and then I have the blue one. It's yeah, Jerry's chiming in. He hasn't given up yet. So take your time, Jerry. I don't want the watch back. If you end up murdering that watch, I don't care, if it's to hopefully come out with a good cause. Steven says the gray Casio is sweet. I wish, or I hope they come out with a gray with black lettering. Yeah, they definitely need to exploit this watch way more. They need to have way more colorways of that one, because that is one of the best wearing G-Shocks out there. Quite frankly, it actually wears better than a G-Shock Square. Floridian wants me to send one him. I can send you this one. Will you wear it? If you'll wear this Floridian, I'll send it to you. But you have to wear it. That's probably worth like $200 or something. I don't know. So I'll be doing more giveaway. You know, the other thing too, and we'll talk about this probably in some upcoming videos, but you know, as we get ready to, Dane says he wouldn't wear that. I'm going to take that watch down to Dane. Dane, that's the watch I was going to give you too. Dang it. I'll have to come up with something else. Let's see. Oh, what was I talking about? No. Oh, Dane, we got to get that watch on your wrist, buddy. All right, so I'm at what am I at? Like 44,000 subs or something like that? So it seems like I would have never have dreamt this, but it seems like I'm going to potentially hit 50,000 subs. And when I do so, I'm going to do probably 2 really good giveaways. I'm going to do a giveaway for my private Discord group, and I'm going to do a giveaway for the main channel, obviously, for the 50,000 subscribers. And it's not going to be a basic watch. They're going to be good watches. So I'm going to work on that soon too, because it'll happen before you know it. All right, let's get into some. Let's finish up with some other G-Shocks, and then we'll do squares. Oh man, dang, where are we at? Oh, Craig says I'm at 44,500. I'm scared to keep track of it because I feel like it's going to happen too quick, and I'm like committed mentally to like giving away a couple of really cool watches, and I'm just not prepared to do it yet. This is the AK Walter, or I think it's the 5900 they call it, isn't it? Yeah, DW 5900. Again, my buddy Rocky gave me this watch. Awesome watch. He sent me this watch and another watch, and I was like, I'm buying this from you. Like, I want this watch. This is cool. I had always wanted to try one of these as soon as they came out, and obviously as soon as it arrived, I was like 100%. It's a smaller display. It is a little more difficult to read, but it is super cool. So it's a very cool, fun G-Shock. And unfortunately, I don't think they're going to continue to exploit that. They only put out a few of those. I don't know that they're going to make a bunch more of those, and that's one of those really cool ones. All right, one more non-square, and then I'm going to do squares. So, of course, I still have my bug spray Frogman. You know, why did I spray it with insect repellent? Because I was kayaking on a river in the summer, in the middle of the night. It was like 1 a.m. and I was getting ferociously attacked by mosquitoes. So I sprayed my whole self down with DEET, you know, good stuff. And some of it got on my watch. And I'm okay with that, because I didn't buy this watch to not use it. I bought this Frogman from day one. I bought this to use it in whatever happens. Well, what happened was that it got funkified. So is what it is, man. I don't care. Honestly, I'm looking at, I might even pick up in 2021. I might pick up the, hey, Kevin. I might pick up The new analog Frogman. I'm debating. We'll see. Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's what DEET does. I don't know if it will continue. I mean, I've washed it, so I don't know if it'll continue to eat into it. If it does, I mean, I can buy a new resin kit and put a new resin kit on there. I'm not worried about it. The watch will be fine. All right, let's do some squares. I want to bring the first one out. I want to bring out has been, this watch has been with me through a ton of stuff. This is a 5610 on a combi bracelet. So typically the combi came on the 5610, but with the negative display, and actually even the surround on the watch that this bracelet comes on actually has the cross hatches on it, so it kind of all matches. But I wanted the positive display with the combi bracelet, and this watch, even if I haven't worn this watch has been with me like every day that I've been to work. This is usually the watch that is in my work van in the center console. So say I'm wearing like this watch and I have to go dig a hole and it's muddy and rainy, or what, who knows what kind of job I might be on. Well, I at least have the presence of mind to say, hold on, guys. I'm going to take that off. I'm at least going to go no watch, or I'm going to put my G-Shock on. A lot of times I would put this guy on and I would go do the dirty. I would get everything done, and then I would just, take this home and wash it in the sink with some good soap and water, and it cleans up. It's held up great. I don't even know if it's like actually in really good shape. There's a little bit of marks on the clasp and everything like that, but probably it's not my favorite G-Shock square, but it's the longest owned one that I have. Like it's been with me through a lot of things. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Dane, I don't like all the flying bugs and stuff like that. So where are we at? All right, let's do some more G-Shock squares. Let's do my Christmas square, because we're so close to Christmas, right? When did I pick this up? They launched this one before Christmas last year, right? 29. What are we at? We're in 2020. They launched this before Christmas 2019, and they launched this and the GA 2100 in the Christmas colors, and I bought both of them. I think they even had, didn't they have this one as well? I can't remember. They had a few watches in this colorway, and this one stayed. The GA 2100 I ended up selling, and now that I've actually kind of come full circle on the GA 2100, I wish I would have just kept that one. Maybe I could rebuy it, but I like the colorway of this, the green and the red and everything like that. It's such a good Christmas watch. So awesome watch. Let's see. Yeah, Mitchell said he's scratched the screen or crystal, I guess, whatever you want to call it, on his square, and he can't polish it out. Any tips? You're pretty much screwed. I mean, you can get those replaced, but depending on what model you have, you might even want to just try to replace the whole watch. I actually did wear one of these to the point where I ruined it. I was welding and grinding and everything, and I got some slag on it and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know what I did with that watch. I have no idea where that watch is, but that went crazy. Oh, so Pete said he made a video on trying to buff out the screen. Depending how bad they are, it doesn't sound like it's too bad. You might be able to do some poly watch, because it's not a super hard material, so you should be able to polish it out a little bit. All right, let's do some more squares. Let's see, what do I have? Most of these squares are fairly new. This one here is, wow, that's dirty. I must have, I did wear this for work. I wore this one for work recently, so it's kind of dirty. I need to wash it. This one here actually was a gift from Billy Bob. Sent this to me. And then he ended up buying one too. I think he wanted a clean one though. This one wasn't 100% perfect. It had been worn, and that's fine with me. A titanium case back, carbon fiber resin type strap. This is the GWS 5600. These are so cool. This is the smaller square, but with a long strap. It's kind of funky, but super light, awesome watch, solar, multi-band, all that stuff. Just a great all-around watch. If you love squares, you really should get one of these. Kevin says, give me a good square recommendation. I need to get one soon. Honestly, Kevin, just pick up a DW5600E right off Amazon, probably like just over 40 bucks. I would just do that. If you don't like the square, then you're out 40 bucks. You know what I mean? Somebody just asked for a close up of the, let's see, William. William, because he missed out on it. He wants a close up of this. Apparently, he's still soaking about that. Yep. There's a better look at the Damascus bezel insert. And really, I need to probably do a better, see if I can do a better video or something of the meteorite dial, because it's got a meteorite dial, but then it's like matte lacquered over. It's actually really cool. Let's put that one over there. Yeah, combi bracelets. Let's see. Nelson, thoughts on the G-Lide? Let's talk about the G-Lide. I have one right here. So I picked this one up. There's a lot of different versions of this one. This one is the full white with the dark blue, and it has the shiny band and the black hardware and the black buttons. This was the one I picked. I don't wear full-on white squares very often, but when I'm in the mood to wear a white watch, like really white, I mean, for not just a white dial, then it's hard to beat just a full-on white square, whether it's this one or the other one I picked up just recently. Actually, both these are pretty recent pickups. This one has the Bluetooth. This is the newer version. Little easier to read the screen, but you're going to find that on the resin squares, the negative displays, well, they suck. When you look at the metal ones, which I'll show you in a little bit, the metal ones, the screen is just a lot better. But I do like my white Resin G-Shocks. They're cool. I'll put those there. Let's see. Yes, this is a gray Casio. Yep, I have the full gray one, which is probably one of the best ones. Then there's the blue one with like almost like a dirty gray bezel. I feel like they could have done better with the bezel on it. Rock the Watch is asking, where's the NASA one? You know what? I got weak and I sold it, but I sold it to Jerry. Actually, I did the bezel swap too, so it has the original bezel and then it has the colored bezel. I sold the NASA one to Jerry, and then I think Jerry just sold it to Clayton. So, and Clayton doesn't sell a lot, so I'm pretty good with the fact that Clayton has it. All right, getting towards the end of my squares. So this one here easily ranks high on my list. This thing is just crazy. I wear basically this color right here in my uniform at work. I wear this color a lot, guys. This high vis yellow. I love this watch. It is so cool. I'm very happy that they came out with this watch, and I'm glad I picked it up. I'm a huge fan of that one. That one's not going anywhere. All right. Last two resin squares. These are the carbon cores. Of course, these are the quote limited edition. I'm not sure how many they made, but it has the circuit print on it from the 3229. Is that what the module is? 3229, something like that, I think. Yeah, 3229. Oh, right there too. So you can see I swapped this one over to the black strap and black bezel, and then this one's in the original configuration, which I think looks the best. But I ended up picking up two of them because I'm a square nut. That's what square nuts do. We buy more than one of the same kind. All right. Yes, and Dane has one of those too, and I think he's pretty happy with the fact that he picked that up. All right, where are we at? Almost 50 minutes. Let's see. What is that white and blue dial? White and blue dial. Are you talking about this one or this one? I don't know where we are at here. You might end up having to go back and play on the video. Flying monkeys. Steven says flying monkeys. I don't know. That just makes sense. Flying monkeys for sure. Orange strap. Oh, this one. Sorry. This is the... I don't know why I can never definitively remember how to say this. Is it Bulova or Bulova? I think it's Bulova, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the surfboard watch. Now, they did a crazy limited edition of the automatic version. Yeah, Citizen. It's basically a Citizen. So I do have an analog Citizen, I guess, right here, right? So we can go ahead and get that chronograph started. So I think that one of the other channels that I talked to did the video on the automatic chronograph on this. So it's crazy limited, but it's a lot thicker. I personally like this one. It's a little bit larger case because I think the Zelos, it's Zelos. It actually has a screw down crown. It has a bidirectional bezel on it, which is a little looser than it should be, and there's a lot of play in it. That part I'm kind of bummed out, but I picked this up. Dane says Zelos. He asked. Well then, all right, I'll start saying Zelos, but here's the deal, Dane. If Elshin said it's Zelos, I'm fine. Okay, it's Zelos. Then he needs the school. I went to, where did I go? The Microlux event. What year was that? I don't even know. 2018, whenever I went, in Chicago. And the reps that he had there seemed like they were pretty authentic to the brand. I asked them, is it Zelos or Zelos? And they said Zelos. So even within his brand reps, they are not 100% sure. So if Elshin says Zelos, then that's definitive. I will from now on call it Zelos because Mr. Zelos confirmed from King Zelos, Elshin, I'm good with that. That is definitive, and I will forget about what the hacks said at the booth. So I'm good. I'm good. All those videos I said Zelos all along before, I was wrong. But I'm not going to delete them. I'm going to leave them. I'm just, from now going forward, I will correct it. Anyway, this is just a cool watch. And I know a lot of people call it the surfboard. I think it looks more like a classic car instrument cluster, and that's what I like about it. Well, on top of the fact that it has a huge orange hand and then these stark white hands tipped with orange. Plus it has sapphire crystal. It's a fun chronograph. It has a, it's not a snapback, so it's not like a mecha quartz. It has a smooth sweep. I don't know. I don't see myself selling that. I think that's too cool of a watch. All right. Let's move on because I'm going to go over an hour. I already know I'm going to go over an hour. So hang with me, guys. We're going over an hour on this one. I just have to. There's 11 more watches and then 12 more mentions, okay? All right, so we're going to dip into the main box. The main box has 10. 10 plus I justified that I'm always going to be wearing probably one of the main watch boxes. So really I can have 11 main watches, right? Because there's going to be a one in, one out sort of thing. So you don't have a vacant spot in it. Makes sense, right? So a 10 watch box actually means you own 11 watches. And then you have these. All right, let's get into it. Since we just kind of finished up with G-Shocks, let's keep on with G-Shocks. I said that was my last square, kind of lied. That was my last resin square. These are the metal squares. All right, so this is the full black version. And I don't know all the part numbers, guys. I don't really care. You guys can look them up if you want. But this is the full blacked out version. This is something that I had wanted for a long time. And I never just went for it because it was never a priority. But when G-Shock is his name, he's got a YouTube channel in Chicago. Obviously, it's a play on words. He does these huge G-Shock sales. And he hooked me up so good on this thing. I don't even know how he gets all those G-Shocks and how he gets good deals on them. But I picked this one up off of him for like, I don't even remember what I paid for it, but it was, I couldn't PayPal him fast enough. It was such a good deal. So awesome watch. I don't wear it a ton because of some of the other metal squares I have, but I really like this one. Floridian, so I forget his name, his actual name, but he goes by the channel of G-Shocko. So it's like G-I, Shock, and then G-O, something like that. Once this loads, maybe I can put a link to his channel, but it's a great channel to follow. He does a lot of good videos, and his sales are crazy good. Oh, yeah, Pete knows him too. So Pete says he's awesome. I let my son pick his first G-Shock from him. So when he does his G-Shock sales, I mean, it's like hundreds of G-Shocks. His man cave is just G-Shocks and like some Casio Pro Track and some other stuff, but mostly G-Shock. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's move on with some more G-Shock squares. Metal, of course. I, of course, have the Tron. I don't know. I think there was a lot of people that bought the Tron and then decided to sell the Tron. I feel like those people that bought the Tron and then maybe sold the Tron, because it's probably on the lowest point right now. I would say if you have a Tron, don't sell the Tron, guys. I feel like this is a watch that, see, Bobby Legg sold it and he already regrets it. I think even a bigger picture than that. I see. Let's look out 5 years from now. Yeah, Tennessee Mike has mentioned Mimo still has a really good deal on the Tron. Here's the deal. Clayton says he sold his and got his money back early. It's fine. If it 100% you don't want it, yes, then sell it. Sell it to somebody else that already has the regret. But I'm telling you, in 5 years from now, it's going to be a little harder to find these things, and you're going to really regret not having it. If you like your Trons, and you sold it just because you didn't think you were going to wear it and you just wanted the money for something else, keep it, because right now it's on a low. I think you can probably pick them up used for like $350, $400 or something like that. That's on the low. They're not going to stay on the low forever. All right, let's do another. I have a lot of G-Shocks, guys. So here is the patina square, the black patina one, and I forget the part number on this one, but it's T-Ron. I'm not going to call it T-Ron. It's Tron. All right, so this watch, I actually bought one of these when they first came out, and I paid way too much for it. And then I sold it, got my money back, or lost a little bit of money on it. And then I don't think, maybe it was Giro that picked it up off from me. I can't remember all the ones I sell them to. But my buddy Jerry actually started gravitating towards one of these. Here's one problem. You heard that beep. Here's one problem with having all these digital watches. Depending on where you get it from or who you get it from, sometimes you can't, just a quick chirp here and there, you can't figure out where the hell that's coming from. You have no idea where that chirp's coming from unless you have a full-on alarm, and then sometimes you can track it down. Otherwise, you got no idea. But anyway, Jerry picked up one of these, and if you look closely, you can see right here, down here, I can actually catch it on my fingernail a little bit. He banged it up pretty hard. Well, this is already the patina model. And these were pretty expensive. Actually, I think they're kind of expensive now even. He banged it up a little bit, and then I think he just got a bad feeling in his gut. He was just like, you know what? I don't even want this. I don't want this watch anymore. I banged it up, like I'm over it. So he got some micro boards or whatever, for micro sanding boards, and he sanded it up, and honestly, it looks awesome. I almost want to do that to more of it. He hooked me up with a killer deal on that. So big thanks to Jerry on that. He did not have to sell me that as cheap as he did. So you're the man. That's awesome. I'm not getting rid of that. That patina one is awesome. I'm going to add more patina to it, which is really what I would hope to do to this black one. I was going to just do natural patina, but I'm glad I have that one. All right. Let's do one more steel square, and then we're going to move on to some titanium. We're going to try to slam through these. We're going to go over an hour for sure. My Bling Master. 100% straight up, guys. If I were going to get rid of all my other G-Shocks, this one would stay. The gold Bling Master, 100% stay power, never getting rid of. I think Bruce was an absolute fool for selling his. He really didn't even get that much money for it, and he had way more memories with that watch, and he didn't need to sell it. But he sold it because of a mental commitment that he had to moving forward to his VC. But really, the gold Bling Master is just freaking awesome. I'm 100% on board with this watch, and it's never going anywhere. It's easily gonna stay. If I ever reduced my collection to say even 5 watches, that would still be one of them. That's how awesome that watch is. All right, let's move on to some titanium ones. I have the blue titanium. I sold the first generation titanium. I don't know what we're going to call it, but I sold that one to Jerry, and I think he sold it even since then. I don't even know where it's at right now. And I bought the blue titanium. I kind of sold that to fund this one because I wanted to see the blues, the new one, right? And there's going to always be more G-Shock squares coming out. There's going to be more titaniums. There's going to be more metal ones, steel ones. And honestly, I'm still 50-50 on it. It's growing on me. It's really cool. I know Clayton's bonded with it. and I know a lot of other people really like the blue one. I don't know. I typically don't even gravitate towards blue dialed watches. I do have a couple, but I don't think I'm going to sell it either. I think I'm done selling squares. I might just keep all squares. So, but I have the blue titanium, so there it is. And I don't wear it very often. All right, next up, this is easily my favorite titanium, the Stealth Wealth. Yes, Dane, 100%. The Stealth Wealth. I don't know who originally said that, but that is like perfect because, I mean, really, how many people are going to be able to tell the difference? Not very many people. At least till next week. No, I'm keeping squares, man. Seriously. Look at these two. If you're untrained, right? You're not a watch nerd. You're not a square nerd. Whatever. These are like the same watch. Like this is like $100 watch, right? And then this is a $1,700 watch. You know, even if you go full retail and say this one's like almost $200 and this one's $1,700. Holy crap! Like why? What the hell's going on, right? You know, but yeah, titanium, the module, whatever. You can get that in other watches. You can get it in the steel ones. That's the same module. But sapphire crystal, that's kind of cool. So yeah, the blue one's awesome. Honestly, I kind of regret selling the camo titanium one. Maybe I should pick that one up too. If I'm going to be a full-on square nut, maybe I should have all the titaniums. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's too much. All right, let's do this one right now. Dane's bummed out. Over 200. We have 213 people watching, and Dane's bummed out. He's like, wait, where's the trolls? Get somebody troll. He needs to put somebody in timeout. All right, so I picked this watch up, and again, I picked this up off from a buddy. I picked this up off from Homer. He sent this watch in, and it was supposed to be for sale. And Rock the Watch wants to know how much the blue one was. I think these have a $1,700 price point. That's retail. You're not going to pay that much. I didn't pay that much. I would expect. I hate to throw numbers out there because I get kind of a special deal, and I don't know that everyone can get that special deal. I would think, I don't know, $1,200-1,300 would be the norm. I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyway, Homer sent this Christopher Ward in. And this is the, in case you don't know, because I probably haven't dropped the video. Maybe I have. But it's the super compressor with an actual super compressor spring and everything in it. So this watch was sent in, and I think he didn't like the white ring around it. I think that's what he didn't like. As soon as I opened the box, I was like, this watch is awesome. This is one of my favorite Christopher Ward watches. I need to pick this up. So I hit up Homer, and he's like, Rob, you're awesome. You've helped me out a ton. And he threw out a number that I was like, I couldn't PayPal him fast enough. So super good deal from a buddy. So awesome pickup. And I thank Homer a lot for that. So speaking of buddy deals, here's another buddy deal. My buddy Michael, Desire 68, Frogman, aka Frogman, up in Canada. He has like a frog pond. He actually calls it the frog pond. He has so many of these awesome frogmen, like limited edition ones and creative ones, that he has what we call a frog pond. So he has, I don't know how many he has, but he has a bunch of them. He gifted me this watch early on when him and I really connected, and we were really talking a lot. We don't talk a ton now, but we were just conversing a lot, getting through things together as watch buddies, right? He ended up gifting me this bone stock, perfect SKX 009. I'm never going to change a thing on this because it's bone stock and it's in perfect shape and it runs good. It has a nice Jubilee. So awesome of Michael to do so. And it's that's not going anywhere because you have to have a SKX in the collection. I've bought so many SKX and sold them. And now I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I have to have a bone stock one. I love that. All right. Next up, we're getting towards the end, guys. The Tudor Black Bay 41 blue dial. I gotta get my new. You guys have a bunch of these wipey things. The one I was using is getting old and stuff, and I opened up a new package. This is one that Manta sent over to me. I don't know if you guys, I stockpile these things. So every time I get them, I just try to set them off to the side, and I'll open them up when the other one's getting too bad. Tudor Black Bay 41. I bought this brand new from the authorized dealer, James & Sons in Chicago. I haven't thrown it on the time grapher in a while. When I first got it, I actually did time graph, and it was running a little fast. I meant to send it in for warranty or something like that. So maybe I'll check it again later. Yeah, Christian, exactly. The stock SKX is becoming a rare sight with all the modding. So, yeah, it's kind of like trying to pick up like an older Honda Civic or something, or a 240SX or something like that. Like it's almost becoming a unicorn to find a bone stock one with even low or high miles. Like they just don't exist anymore, right? That's almost how the SKXs are turning out to be. They at least have some sort of bezel insert, sapphire crystal, something swapped on it. Let's see. Hey, Jack is tuning in. We talked about you earlier, Jack. You'll have to watch the whole thing. Good luck. So, Tudor Black Bay 41, I actually got a discount on this too. And I mean, maybe because I was pulling favor a little bit and I had purchased my OP39 from them, but they didn't have to give me a discount. Tudors don't demand discount, and it wasn't a huge discount. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't pay retail on this. So I'm very, very lucky and fortunate of that. I don't know that you could do that today. I've had this, I have to look back. I don't know how long I've had this one. I might have had this one a year. I'm not sure. But I'm glad I went with the 41. I know it wears a little bit big and presents a little bit big on wrist. I could probably do a 36 as my wrist shrinks, but yeah, exactly. Michael, I like that this has the ETA 2824 in it. It's going to be super serviceable. It's going to last a long time. This is a heritage generational watch. I have no intention of getting, excuse me, I have no intention of getting rid of this. Actually, the clasp is actually pretty scratched up. I mean, it's not scratched up where people are like, really scratching their watches up, but it's got some scratches on it. I bonded with this watch because I did a watch fast with it. I wore this for a month straight. I wore it at work. I wore it at home. I wore it sleeping. I did this one 100%. It was the first month that I did a watch fast, and I wore this all of the time. I never took it off. I wore it in the shower even, and then at sleeping, working, everything. So I wore it all of the time. All right. We got the Omega Seamaster Professional 300 white ceramic dial. After I did the month-long fast with that watch, I might actually start doing the month-long fast with any new watch purchase. We'll see if I can do that. I did back-to-back. I did a watch fast with this one, and it was a little harder, not because of the watch, but because, doing a back-to-back like that was probably a mistake. That one I had swapped straps and everything on. This one I never really swapped straps. The bracelet is really that good anyway. And I wore this at work. I wore it in the shower. I wore it at night, sleeping, everything. It was awesome. I've handled the black dial. I've handled the chrome dial, the silvery blue one, whatever, with the blued hands. I actually kind of really dig that silvery blue with the blued hands, or the silver dial with the blued hands. That one's probably my second favorite. The black dial one's clean and classic, easy pick. And the blue dial one, I just don't like. But the white dial, oh my God. Yeah, that's 100% my jam for sure. So $5,200 retail. You can pick these up for low to mid $4,000 range. Awesome, awesome watch. Hard to beat that watch, guys. Actually, I'm going to put it on right now. All right, last watch. My favorite watch, still. And I don't wear it as much as I should. My Orange Monster, you can see it's not even running. I can't even remember, honestly, the last time I wore it. But I'm going to wear it coming up here on vacation. I'm going to probably wear it a whole heck of a lot because it's usually my vacation watch, my memory watch. And wow, is it scratched up. When I look at this thing now, I've had it since 2014. So I've had it 6 years because it was actually a Christmas present in 2014 from my wife. So I've had this thing for 6 years. So yeah, it is showing some wear. And I had at one point, I don't think I have any now. I had extra parts, I had extra bracelets, extra bezels. I think I got rid of all of that because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to change any parts. Even the hardlex on this is scratched. I don't want to change it. It would have to become basically not visible for me to be able to change that. I'm not going to change that. I like the wear that I've put on it from day one, and I embrace it. It's my favorite watch, period. All the other watches could go, and I would have this watch and maybe the Bling Master. That would, that would maybe be my 2-watch collection. Not going to happen, guys. I don't care if I make it to 70, 80 years old. I'm probably going to have more than 2 watches. So there it is. I did it. Oh, no, I got to talk about the watches I didn't talk about. I know I finished with this one, and that is like my favorite watch, but hold on a second. I have a list of 12 other watches real quick. I'm going to blast through them because these watches kind of don't really mean that much to me, but these watches are out on tour. There's another Spinnaker Chrono. There's a Feynman 1, an Axios flagship, a Stella, a Zelos Mako Black, Zelos Mako Frost, a Vario, Crown Heart, Dorenzo Eclipse, Timex Marlin 34mm, the World Timer with a steel case, and an ELZ Stealth. There was 12 more that I don't have here. They're out on tour in my Discord group. But these are the watches I have right now. And now I think I'm done. You guys have any questions real quick? Because I'll end up having to pick this stuff up. I have to pack tomorrow, going on my little trip. I have to figure out what watches I'm going to do. If anybody's still watching, I'm canceling. I'm in the process right now. I'm canceling my Patreon. So don't go join my Patreon. 100% don't go join it because I'm going to delete it. My Discord group is going direct with me, and we're doing something different with that. So that's going to be really cool. What else? I am probably going to do something that I don't think I'll regret, but I'm probably going to go live with you guys on Christmas Day. And if the rain breaks, I'll hopefully do it outside. As long as it's not raining or super windy, I'll try to do a live stream from sunny Florida on Christmas Day. Maybe not super long, but I'm still going to want to connect with you guys and have fun. So I'll definitely do my best to do a live stream on Christmas Day in the afternoon, something like that. Yeah, Daniel says, Christmas, nice, I'm doing nothing. You know what, a lot of us, we're so, yeah, we're going to be hanging with family, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. You're probably going to hit a point in the afternoon on Christmas Day where you're just going to be like, I don't know, what's going on in the watch world? So I'll probably do a video. I'll share, yeah, Robert, there it is. It's GI-shock-go. So I'll try to put a link in the description after this loads and everything. But William says, come to Mars. I'm not sure where that's at. You'll have to let me know where that's at. Todd says, are you going to do a YouTube membership deal? I think once you get past 50,000 subs, then I can do the YouTube membership. But I don't know that I'm going to mess with that. David's asking, when am I getting the Breitling? It'll be after the new year. Saltzman's not even going to have them in stock until early January. Oh, Daniel, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of like not traveling, not family get-togethers and everything with everything that's going on too. So Jack is asking, yes, I did get your Christmas card. Thank you. I will, I'll message you in a little bit. I think it's going to be in the low to mid 40s in New Jersey. That's not too bad. It's been like in the 20s to 30s here where I'm at. Let's see. Dane says nothing going on Christmas Day until dinner time. I'm not going to bug you, Dane, on Christmas Day. We'll definitely do a day probably after that, though. We're gonna meet up. William says come down to Marathon Key. Man, that's too far of a drive. I might. Maybe can squeeze in a visit down to Exquisite Timepieces, which is down by Bonita Springs. That probably wouldn't be too far of a drive for you to drive up, maybe. Maybe we can meet up, maybe. I'll see. Floridian will be in Clearwater. Dude, let's hook up. We can meet up. Floridian, you're going to be just north of me a little bit. Not So Obvious Watches is asking which Breitling. I'm going to pick up the new white dial with the blue trim, Super Ocean 42 millimeter. Let's see. The one and only. If I had to keep 5 watches, what would they be? Orange Monster, Bling Master, probably the Seamaster. What is that? Orange, Bling Master, Seamaster, Tudor Black Bay 41. Oh, crap. And I'm not going to answer number 5. I'm not sure. Craig says, say hi to Nick. If I go to Exquisite, we'll see. I don't know if I'll make it down there or not. I'll try. Floridian's asking, how long will I be there? I'll be there just past the new year. So, about a week. Clayton wants me to pick up. Are you going to pick up a Grand Seiko, buddy? Maybe I can make it down there. Nick just picked up a Weiss 38 millimeter. The Weiss 42 is definitely on my list still. We'll see if I can make a grip load of money in 2021. Terry checking in from Miami. That's awesome. Thanks for checking in. All right, guys. I'm signing off. I went way past. So thanks for tuning in. I had fun sharing my state of the collection. It's always going to change. Stay fluid on your state of collection. You can sell watches, buy watches, just do whatever you got to do. I'll see you guys on the next vid. Probably a live show on Christmas Day. Tune in. I'll see you.